Hey guys, good evening. This your girl Chantelly, and hope you guys are doing great this wonderful Sunday. But even though I'll be uploading this Monday morning, I am recording this Sunday evening. I was supposed to do this earlier in the day, but your girl has been busy all day, guys, trying to get this website together and this book going, and yeah, it's been a lot going on. Had singing lessons today, so it's just been like a long day. And then I was like, dang, it's already 7, 8 o'clock at night. So I gotta at least try to get something out to you guys before tomorrow, because I know tomorrow it's gonna be work and rehearsals, and yeah, I'm not gonna have time, and I don't want to rush the message either, because when it's rushed, it doesn't come out the way that it should. Every detail that's supposed to be in it, doesn't come out the way, that it can or could, if that makes sense. I hope I said that right. But anywho, I hope everyone is having a great Sunday so far. I am relaxing now after this long day. After I'm done recording this, your girl is for the relax, and yeah, hard work pays off. So I felt like I've done a job well done today, and I am just gonna go ahead now and just sit back and relax. But anywho, on other news, guys, today's message is going to be to stay out the past. It was really put on me heavy to go ahead and relay this message today to you guys, of anyone who is struggling to move on from the past, or just, dwell in the past too much, talks about the past too much, or feel like, they're still in the past and can't move forward in their life. It is very hard to stay out the past, guys. It's something that I have struggled with and have learned to conquer actually very recently, because it is going to be part of healing process, whatever it is, that you're trying to stay out of the past for. It could be part of a healing process, or it can also be for getting over something, or far as not doing old habits anymore that was in your past, or it can be far as an old job, an old friend, an old family member, anything, can be related to the past, and that you're trying to stay away from and, move into the future, or rely on, what's going on right now, like what's happening right now. And me personally, from personal experience, dwelling in the past doesn't solve nothing. If anything, it just stops your growth. You stay in the same position, like you feel like that you're not moving anywhere, like you just feel like that you're literally in that same situation that you keep thinking about over and over and over. Like it's like a record. Like, for example, I have recently healed from a past relationship, and also from some family trauma as well, that that could play in my head over and over and over, of what happened and why it happened, and what could have been done better. Like, those are the questions that usually go through your head when you keep dwelling in the past. Like, for example, if it's something dealing with, I don't know, getting over something like an old relationship. Like, you're like, okay, well, maybe if I would have done this better in this relationship, or maybe if I would have said this or done this, or, well, maybe if I would have seen this. You just steady keep thinking of different scenarios, when in reality, you're just putting yourself back in that same situation that, was in the past, that already happened, and that you need to just let go and keep it moving. And here's the problem with that is that if you keep dwelling on that same situation, going back and forth in your head about what you could have done, what you could have changed, what you thought could have happened, you just put yourself on a pause. Like, you can't go anywhere. Like, you're literally going to be playing that same record over and over and over again in your head, because you want to keep playing over the scenario, thinking that it could have changed, when in reality, whatever's supposed to happen is supposed to happen, whether we like it or not. No matter how much you think you could have changed it or went back and made a difference, or what if this would have happened, or what if I would have gave it another try, or did this way. Whatever is supposed to happen, guys, is supposed to happen. And that's why it is very, very important to just let the past be. Just accept it. And like I said, it's harder said than done. Harder said than done. But when you do that, you're going to be more at peace with yourself. And this goes with same to forgiveness. This also plays a factor with that as well. It's like one big, it's one big process, basically. Forgiveness, staying out the past, loving yourself. It's like a process, basically. So if you haven't checked out my last videos, definitely go check them out. But as you can see, all these videos line up with each other. So this video is going to be another step of the process of healing, moving on, moving forward, or, you know, moving on in your journey of becoming a different person, transformation, whatever it is that you may be going through. One of those things is that you got to let go of the past. And like I said, when you stay in the past, you put your life on hold, you're blocking your blessings, and you're not able to become that new person because you're steady putting yourself in that scenario that's no longer happening. Like, it's like you're literally playing an old record over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, and you're not giving your chance to go buy that new record and play that and leave that old one alone. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, if you're doing that, then honestly, you're not going to go anywhere. You're going to still be stuck in that same position, and you're going to be wondering, man, like, why is it that I'm not going anywhere? Why does it feel like I'm still literally going through whatever it is that you're holding on in the past? Well, it's because you're still talking about it. You're either still talking about it, you're still thinking about it, or you're still going back and forth in your head. I feel like the hardest for me to let go of the past is the what if or what could have. I feel like that's the hardest thing when it comes to letting go of your past, or just letting things be and accepting, because you always want to play the scenario in your head where you be like, okay, well, maybe if I would have done this better, or maybe if I would have maybe said this or did this. It's like when you do that, you put yourself in a trap. And I did that for months. Like, I did it for months, guys, where I kept just doing different scenarios, and also just being like, okay, well, yeah, maybe I could have done that. And in reality, I'm just keeping myself in the past still. I'm still thinking about the situation. I'm still over here putting myself in that story that was happening that's no longer happening. Like, it's not present. Like, I'm literally living in the past. That's what you do when you do that. So I had to learn, first off, pray. Pray over it. Ask God to remove it. Like, you know, the thoughts on my head of what could have, and, you know, what could have changed. Because in reality, there was nothing else I could have done. Because, like I said, everything happens for a reason. Everything that was supposed to happen, the way that it happened for that particular reason, because it was supposed to happen. Because everything that happens in your life, guys, it's always going to be a reason behind it, whether you see it or not right now. But you will see it eventually over time, trust. Because a lot of things that I was like, oh my gosh, why didn't it work out? Or why didn't this happen the way that I wanted to happen? It always be some catch-22 to it. I don't know why I wanted to say catch-22, but I've never even seen the movie. I think it's a movie, but anywho, it's always a catch to it. And when you see that catch, you be like, oh, so that's why that happened. Or, oh, okay, that's why that had to be delayed, because, you know, this was going to happen. Like, it's all relaying back to that other video. If you haven't checked it out, being patient, waiting on God. God's timing is great. It literally plays a role with that. And that's why, another reason why you need to accept the past, let it go, keep it moving, and trust God. That's number one. Trust God. When you trust him and realize, okay, you know what? Honestly, God, if this was meant to be in my life, or if this was meant to still be here presently, it wouldn't be in the past. It would be here. The fact that it's in the past and that I can't change it and there's nothing I can do about it shows that it wasn't meant for me. Shows that you had something better planned out for me. So with that being said, that's why it's another important reason to just let go of the past and just keep it moving and keep moving forward. And then another thing too, when it comes to letting go of your past, you also have to forgive. And that's also something I also mentioned in my last video. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out, how to forgive, which is one of the hardest things I feel like a lot of people, including myself, have dealt with. Well, I wouldn't say I was very, very hard at it. I think more for me, it was being stuck in the past and just accepting for me. But some people may, struggle with just the forgiveness in general, just being like, well, man, I'm letting that person get away. Like I said, it all explained in that video, so go check it out. But that's another step in the process of letting go of the past, is that you have to forgive, because if you don't forgive, you're just going to keep playing out that scenario of what that person done, what that person said to you, what that person did, whether it's a family member, friend, or co-worker, or, even your pet, I don't know, whatever it may be. If you keep playing that same situation in your head of what they did and how, it just, like hooked your soul, or just really just made you mad, and it's just, like if you keep holding on to that anger and keep holding on to what they did, that's also another way that you're keeping yourself in the past. You got to let it go. Like I said, if you keep holding on and don't forgive, you are making yourself grumpy and not at peace, because they're going to be at peace. The person who it is that you don't forgive, they living their best life. But if you, however, is not letting it go, then honestly, you're going to be grumpy all the time. That's all you're going to think about. That's all you're going to talk about. You're going to be living in the past. Back in the past. You're going to be in the past. So you got to forgive. Once you forgive, I feel like that is going to be number one of helping you to letting that past go. You'll start thinking about what's going on right now in your life, and start thinking about a brighter future, like what you can do in the future to avoid that, or what can you do in the future to have, something better where you don't have those past things that happened. So it's all a process, guys. And I've learned that, like I said, because I dealt with some trauma in family and past relationships, and I had to learn, and it was very hard. I'm not gonna sit up here and say that it was easy, but it was very hard to just get through my head and trust God, and just leave it with Him. Like I had to literally had to go deep in myself and just leave it with God. Like I just had to be like, what, God, I just have to leave it with you. Like I can't sit up here and hold on to all this pain, all this anger, all this hopelessness that I feel from holding on to the past and holding on to regrets, because that's another thing you'll hold on to, is regret. And just keep going back and forth with that scenario that's long gone, that already happened, that you can't go back and change. Because like I said, everything, even though you may not have liked it, or even though you really just wish you can go back and change it because you regret it so much, it was supposed to happen. It was supposed to happen to make you that person that you are today. Like I said, you may not see it right now. Right now, you may think, oh my gosh, they got away with it, or oh my gosh, like this is broken me. This has made me terrible. No, guys, it's going to make you stronger. It's going to make you into this person. You're going to become this person where you're going to be like, wow, like if I wouldn't have went through that, I wouldn't have, became this person that I am today. I wouldn't be able to share my story. I wouldn't be able to say, man, I went through that and I learned my lesson. And I know for future reference that I would never put myself in that situation. I would never, if I see someone else going through that, I would never allow them to let them go through that, because I can talk to them and tell them, hey, I know, don't do it. Like it's going to all play out. Like I said, you got to trust God for one. You got to let it go for two. And three, you gotta just accept it. You gotta accept it. Like I said, I would be lying if I say it's easy, but it's not. It's It's not easy. It's not, but it's going to be worth it once you get through that block, once you get through that, you know, that hole, once you dig yourself out of it, like God, well, first of all, like God gets you out of that hole, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I feel so much better. Like I'm so glad that I gave everything to him and just let it go and just let him take care of it and allow myself to think about what's going on right now and my future. What can I do better in the future to avoid that? What have I taken from that situation to make myself a better person for now and for the future? So I hope this message helps someone today, y'all. I know I went a little deep. I actually was only supposed to do this for 10 minutes and it wound up being 15. And it's totally fine because I had to get these words out. I had to get it out there. And I also want to share a quick scripture too that I feel like will be very helpful to meditate on when you're going through dwelling on the past. And it says to forget the former things. Do not dwell on the past. And that's going to be Isaiah 43:18. And basically, that's what I'm saying in this video, y'all. You know, you got to forget what happened, accept it, and move forward. Keep it moving. Because if you keep reminiscing, oh, what happened? Oh my goodness, that happened. This happened. What can I did? What, like I said, the biggest for me was what can I could have did right or excuse me, what could I could have did right or better or wrong or it don't matter. It don't matter because no matter what you would have did, it would not have changed it, y'all. It wouldn't have because it was supposed to happen the way that it happened. Trust God, let it play out, leave it to him. And keep it moving. And it's going to be so much worth it at the end. So I love you guys. I will see you guys in the next video. If you're not yet subscribed, definitely go ahead and subscribe for you, girl. Let's get these videos out there for people who may be going through this and stuck and grumpy and being like, man, I'm just, you know, because like I said, when you stay in that past, you stay grumpy and keep holding on. So let's share this video. Let's like this video. Subscribe, y'all. And definitely tune in to my next video and check out my last ones. And I will see you guys next time.